What if the biggest thing holding you back in life isn't your job or your circumstances or your past, but a choice? A choice you might not even realize you're making every single day. Well, today we're going to break down this powerful idea called running with the horses. It's all about making that leap from a comfortable life to a truly great one.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we're going to look at the massive choice that really sets everything in motion. Then, we'll get into how our internal mindset literally creates our external reality. After that, we're going to unpack the 3 essential tools you need to do what feels impossible. We'll explore what this adventure of faith actually looks like in real life, and we'll wrap it all up with a simple but, wow, really profound metaphor for living a life of constant growth.
Okay, so let's just dive right into the heart of it. Everything, and I mean everything we're about to talk about, really boils down to one single massive decision. So what is it?
I want you to think of it like this. We are all standing at a crossroads. Down one path, you've got a pretty predictable life. Your needs are met, it's safe, it's comfortable. But down the other path, that's a life of significance, of real impact, of what we're calling greatness. And here's the kicker. Nobody can make that choice for you. It is 100% up to you. And listen, this is not a passive thing. You don't just wait around for mediocrity to get bored and leave. No, this is about making a decisive, deliberate break. It's like taking a hammer to a mirror that only shows you a small, limited version of yourself. You have to actively divorce yourself from that small thinking that's been holding you captive.
So, let's say you've made the choice. You want greatness. But now what? How do you actually live that out? Well, it all comes down to the mindset you carry with you day in and day out. This, right here, is where the real work truly begins.
This slide just lays it all out so perfectly, using the story of the Israelites as this amazing metaphor. On one side, you have the Egypt mindset. This is the mindset of fear. It actually prefers the familiar pain of slavery over the scary uncertainty of freedom. It cries for the small comforts of the past. It sees itself as a grasshopper. But then, on the other side, you've got the promised land mindset. This one embraces the journey, the struggle. It stays focused on the big vision and believes in amazing possibilities that it can't even see yet. And this is just so crucial. You can change someone's physical location, but that doesn't mean you've changed their mind. The real fight isn't for external freedom, it's for internal freedom. You can be standing in a land of unbelievable opportunity, but if your mind is still chained up in a place of limitation, you're not going anywhere.
At the end of the day, it's this simple. How you see yourself is how you will act. It is a total self-fulfilling prophecy. I mean, think about Gideon. He saw himself as the weakest guy from the weakest family, but he was called a mighty man of valor. Or think about those spies who saw themselves as tiny little grasshoppers next to giants, and because of that one thought, they were defeated before the fight even started. Greatness isn't your job title, it's not your bank account, it's about your influence. And you will never have influence if you see yourself as insignificant.
Okay, so if mindset is the foundation, what are the actual tools we need to build this life of greatness? Well, the source material gives us 3 absolutely essential ones. First on the list is faith. Now hold on, this isn't about some vague, blind belief. It's defined here in a really practical way. It's about trusting the vision, the promise you're aiming for. It's the what. It's the destination on your map that guides every single step you take.
Second, we've got capacity. And this one's really interesting. It's not just about what you can do, but what you're willing to receive. It's your ability to grow, to handle more responsibility, to accept a bigger vision for your life. And the crazy thing is, our own self-limiting beliefs are usually the very things that put a cap on our capacity.
And tool number 3 is courage. You could call this one the engine. It's the backbone of greatness, that raw willingness to just act, to step out even when you're terrified and the conditions are nowhere near perfect. Courage is what puts faith and capacity into motion.
All right, so we've got the mindset down, we've got the tools in our belt, but what does it actually feel like to use them? What does this whole adventure really look like in practice? And this brings us right back to that title, Running with the Horses. See, it's not about one big heroic moment. It's a way of being. It's a mindset of what's called radical faith. It's a conscious decision to charge headfirst into the unknown instead of constantly retreating back to what feels safe and comfortable.
I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Nothing great is found in shallow waters. It so perfectly captures the hidden cost of comfort. Staying in the shallows feels safe, it's predictable, right? But if you want something truly great, you have to find the courage to leave the shore behind and launch out into the deep.
So what does this adventure really involve? Well, first off, it is your adventure.
You can't just copy-paste someone else's map and expect it to work. It demands that you operate based on your vision, not just on what's easily proven or explained. And this next part is so important. Failure gets a totally new definition. It is not a dead end. It's just a class you have to take. It's part of the curriculum. The only thing that matters is that you learn the lesson, get back up, and set your sights on a new vision.
So let's bring this all home. What's the practical, everyday mindset we need to cultivate to keep moving forward on this journey?
To tie this all together, the source gives us this brilliant metaphor, the tent mindset. Just think about it for a second. A tent isn't a permanent house. It's designed for movement. It symbolizes that wherever you are right now, it's not your final destination. It's the posture of someone who knows they're always on a journey.
And this mindset really breaks down into 4 simple but continuous actions. 1, you're always working to enlarge your tent, to increase your capacity. 2, you're constantly stretching your mindset beyond its current limits. 3, you are actively and forcefully rejecting any thought of smallness that tries to creep in. And 4, you just keep moving forward. Period.
And here's the crucial takeaway. Growth is not our default setting. Comfort is. The natural gravity of life pulls us to coast, to settle for good enough. That means staying on a path of growth requires constant, intentional effort. You have to fight against that unconscious drift every single day.
And that leaves us with this final, really provocative question. I want you to take a hard look at your life, at your career, at your mindset right now. Are you building a permanent house, putting up solid walls, getting comfortable, settling in for the long haul right where you are? Or are you living in a tent, always ready to expand, to pack up, and to move toward the greater things that are still ahead?